Test, test, test. Good evening, Owl Nation. Here we are tonight at the old Lakeview Stadium, broadcasting tonight's Friday night light matchup between the Reagan County Owls and the TLCA Eagles of San Angelo. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by Glasscock Chevrolet in Big Lake, Texas. And always a big thanks to the Big Lake Wildcat for making this possible. I'm Stephen Dodd, and I'm here with Scott Myers.
That's
Scott, this is a great old school field.
I am here. We were talking about that just a little bit before the broadcast, Stephen. There's something about the ambiance, the atmosphere of almost a backyard kind of feel, right?
Absolutely. We've got kind of an old-timey scoreboard and play clock, and we got a grass field, and it just lends itself to a fun game. And tonight's looking like a good matchup. So we're going to take a quick second here while we do the national anthem.
Yes, sir. Owl fans, I know that you can't quite hear the things that are happening here in the stadium. We are in a press box and we are enclosed, and we don't have very good access to outside audio, so you'll just have to trust us. They had a prayer and sang the the band played the national anthem, and we're ready to roll. Stephen, we were talking about the stadium here.
Yeah, it's like I said, a grass field, some old stands, a little older lights, just a whole feel of kind of a retro feel, the high school football, but it makes it. We were just talking about how much we are enjoying this. This is a wonderful view, and just looks like it's a wonderful atmosphere for a game where folks at TLCA have been just wonderfully accommodating. They've got us where we've got a spot and everything, and we appreciate that. So looking forward to this game tonight.
Tell you what, my favorite thing about this stadium is still on the south end of the stadium. We've got a street that runs, I'm going to say it's about 20 feet from the end of the end zone. They've got a net up behind the goalpost, but a really good kick by a really strong field goal kicker would actually land out in the street. And in the past, they didn't even have that net up there, and every single field goal that went through the uprights also went into the street. So kind of a fun place to play ball. We've got captains out here at the middle of the field.
Looks like we got looks like for the Owls we got Octavian Reyes, Matthew Guerrero, Dylan Dodd, and Juan Billy Salcedo.
TLCA captains at midfield right now: Sterling Harding, J.R. Lopez, Xavier Hernandez. getting instructions from the referee, and here's the toss, and we'll let you know the results of all of this. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing from east to west, enough that we can see the flags, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to be a real big factor in a football game.
What's the call here, Scott?
So it appears that Reagan County has won the toss and elected to receive. So TLCA will be kicking from the south side to the north, and the Owls will get the ball first. I'm excited about tonight too, Stephen, because I really feel like we missed out last week with the technical troubles that we had, and I'm glad that people got to see the ball game. But it's so much more fun for me to get to talk about it.
It is, Scott. I missed it too, and I missed we'll be able to make some of that up, I know, coming up in some of our other broadcasts. I want to give a shout out to some folks watching. Sandy Armstrong saying, "Good luck, Owls. Always just been a fan forever." Miss Armstrong was a fan when I played. We got Ray Chavez, my neighbor, watching. What's going on, Chavez family? We're glad you're with us. Stephen Turner is watching. He's had players out here last year. He's got an up-and-coming player, too.
Yes, sir.
And boy,
Yes,
he's going to be something. We got a cheerleader, Turner family. Glad you're watching.
The Owls in kick return formation have two players deep. This would be AJ Avalos, Octavian Reyes, and then sort of in between, that is Eduardo Encinas. A little bit of a different return formation than what we've seen from the Owls.
A little different. We're about to kick it off, Scott. I want to say hi to Jim Fuller, long-time avid watcher, and I know who he's watching. So,
Eagles number 3, Matt Hansen, the senior, is kicking, and here we go. We are underway. A nice deep kick headed toward the sideline, and it does go out of bounds.
That's going to be placed by penalty because it went out of bounds at the 30.
It should be at the 35-yard line.
35? Mm-hmm.
So good starting field position for the Owls.
We've been used to in the past Owls deferring. Owls will take the ball to start the game, and here we go.
So across the front, these are the guys that you're used to seeing up there. This is Saucedo and Glass. This is Guerrero and this looks like Christian DeLuna in across the front. So the big guys for the Owls up front. Kason Brown, of course, will be the quarterback. AJ Avalos is split wide right already, and
looks like we got Octavian Reyes
and Angel Flores on the receiver positions as well.
Two-back set.
Dylan Dodd out of the backfield, and I'll get you another running back name here in just a second. Showing blitz, the Eagles do come, and they are in the backfield immediately. And Dodd is wrapped up, tackle for loss. The Eagles had planned that one out. Looks like from the beginning of the game, we're going to go.
I think they knew that was coming. So I want to say hi to Vicky DeLeon, Marie Bowers from San Antonio. TLCA with big kids.
It's Encinas who is the second back there with Dodd, Kason Brown, and it's kind of a shotgun T formation. Here come the Eagles again, and this time underneath a little bit of a slant route. Octavian Reyes pulls it in.
Nice catch by the senior, coming back to the ball, making the catch. Hopefully that'll get the Owls in rhythm to start this first quarter.
So basically back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe picked up a little bit more. 3rd down and 9 at the 31-yard line. 4 receivers. 4th receiver in here is Dylan Odom.
Third down play coming
Eagles
up.
are showing blitz again. They send 5. Kason Brown rolls and has some room to run. Going to pick up not enough for the first down. Big collision there on the left side. Good tackle by the senior Sterling Harding, stopping Kason Brown short of the first down. 4th and 5.
Looks like the Owls are going to punt away. to start that first drive.
Guerrero deep to receive the snap. And looks like Dylan Odom is the long snapper here.
Connor Norton checks in. Connor was up for San Angelo Player of the Week last week.
And for good reason.
He had a
Defensively,
great
Connor
game.
Norton, especially defensively, had an excellent game. Here's Guerrero, punt out to the right side.
Nice punt by the senior, Matthew Guerrero.
Received and fielded by number 4 and brought down immediately by Dylan Odom. This
Excellent tackle by Odom.
Jalen Johnson on the return, and Odom drags him down. The Eagles will have very good field position here right at midfield to start their first offensive set.
Eagles will start first down 10 from the 50-yard line.
Ball at the 50. Owl defense has been playing lights out this season so far. See if we can get the momentum going early defensively.
So it looks like the senior Sterling Harding is the QB for the Eagles here. He's got a back in the backfield with him, Caleb Hill. Motion, the snap hits the motion man, and it is down, and the Owls have recovered it. That is a mistake that a coach never, ever wants to see.
Fuller on the recovery for the Owls. Nice way to get that momentum started is a turnover with the very first defensive play. Great stop by the Owls. Great field position for Reagan County. One play in, the Owls have got a turnover, and the offense is right back on the field.
Eagles coaching staff, they'll make sure that they fix the timing on that. When they send that back across in motion, that's always a danger. You rarely see the timing so off that the snap will hit the guy in motion, but that's exactly what happened, and the Owls were right there on the spot to recover that. And now their field position, of course, is fantastic. So Casey Brown out of the shotgun, looking to pass all the way, and underneath, off the fingertips of Jarrett Brown, he picks it up as though he caught it, but everybody saw that he did not.
But it was a good effort to keep going. Nice try by the freshman to sneak one by him.
A little momentum.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 for Reagan County.
Looks like TLCA's defensive game plan is to bring extra guys. I believe they've brought them every play.
That looks like that's their story, and they're sticking to it.
So they've got 3 down linemen on the defensive side of the ball, and they've got 3 backers showing blitz, and all 6 of them come. And Casey Brown calmly hits the out route to A.J. Avalos, who, if he gets the right spot, he's got a first down.
Fantastic ball by the freshman. Right on target. Good composure in the pocket. Nice work up front by the lineman. That's a good job.
It is going to be 3rd and 1, but
I wonder what they're going to do.
Well, I'm laughing because if I said if he got the right spot, then he would have first down yardage. And here we are, 3rd and 1. This is, well, of course, for the Owls here, this is 4 down territory, but here's the power game. This is Dodd up the middle, just running people over. All he needs is that yard, and he picks up a 1.5 yards. So that'll move the chains for the Owls, exactly what they needed to do on this possession. Nice
job by the senior, powering through there, getting the first down. I want to say give a shout out to my mom, Angelo Dodd, and my dad, Sammy. They're at home watching.
All right.
Mom, keep getting better. Wish you'd be here. Look forward to seeing you in the stands very soon.
I'm sure they look forward to being in the stands as well. Eagles showing blitz again, and this time the handoff is to Encinas, and that blitz is working effectively against the run right now. They're hitting Owl running backs as soon as they touch the ball.
Looks like there was a little confusion in the backfield, and that's going to happen occasionally. They're bringing the house between pretty much between the A and B gap right now.
It's good to see Eduardo Encinas getting carries back here, but this is not a position that we've seen a lot of him in this season, and so we're gonna expect that there's a little bit of a learning curve here still.
There is, but
Owls have 3 receivers split to the left this time.
A phenomenal athlete. He'll be getting the ball some.
Pass all the way. Casey Brown looking for the out route and overthrows Octavian Reyes. 3rd and long. Yes, Eduardo is one of those athletes that every coach of every sport in the school would love to have him on their team.
Of course.
And if he could play 8 sports, he would play 8 sports, and he'd be good at all of them.
Just a fantastic young man and a fantastic athlete.
So same formation for the Owls with 3 receivers left.
3rd and long.
With the Owls offense that we've seen this year, this is going to be a free play. It's offside, so go ahead and throw it deep. Why not? A little overthrow on the sideline. The Owls are going to pick up an extra 5 yards. The Eagles' aggressiveness got to them that time. It was worth taking a shot down the field there because that's what we refer to as a free play.
Heady play by Brown back there, knowing that was the time to do it.
And everybody would rather work with 3rd and 7 than 3rd and 12. Single back set. Eagles are bringing it again. This time it hurts them because Eduardo Encinas is in the secondary and dragging tacklers down all the way to the 10-yard line.
Great call by Reagan County. Great job by the line up front. Caught that blitz coming up and hit the open spot. Great run. All around, great work by Reagan County, getting that conversion and moving the ball down the field.
That looks like a good combination, Stephen, of the Owl coaching staff recognizing the aggressiveness and how to exploit it just a little bit. And, of course, Eduardo hitting the right hole and getting to the hole quickly. 1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Brown is rolling left, looking, running, puts it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cason Brown.
Great job by the freshman quarterback. Nice wheels by Brown running it in. And the Owls are on the board with 7 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Owls draw first blood.
That's good recognition by Cason, too, because he can try to force that to a receiver that's pretty well covered, but he sees all that empty grass in front of him and says, I can find the end zone from here. A.J. Avalos lined up to attempt the extra point, and it is up, and it is
into the other
street.
neighborhood. All
yes,
right.
sir. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Nice to see A.J. back on the field, and that he has just a wonderful ability kicking.
All right, so the Owls have a 7-0 lead. We're at 7:18 remaining in the first quarter. We've got enough of a timeout that we're going to step aside. And we are back to first quarter action here at, I believe it's called Lakeview Stadium. Is that correct?
That's correct, Scott. What a great drive by the Owls. We had a really good balance of passing and running. Great work by the line picking up. Those blitzes are difficult to pick up.
They certainly are, and the hole that opened up for Eduardo Encinas was a key play in this drive because he had, I'm not sure what the distance is on that rush. We don't have stats here in front of us, but that was a big play for the Owls to sort of counter the aggressiveness that the Eagles are bringing on defense. A.J. Avalos is lined up for the kickoff. And he kicks it very deep. Nice kick by A.J. That goes over the heads of the receivers into the end zone where it will be down for a touchback and come out to the 25-yard line. Great kick.
Second series for this Owl defense. Of course, the first play last time the Owl defense took the field resulted in a turnover. Let's see what the Owl defense can bring on their second chance here.
See if I can get you some Eagle names as we go here. Across the front, I see Daniel Rangel, who is listed as a freshman and looks like the biggest player on the field. Must be nice for a coach to have a big kid come in at that age.
No kidding.
Taking the snap from shotgun, this is Sterling Harding. And this time the play comes off well, and the route is down the sideline and nearly completed Dante Sykes was the intended receiver, and Encinas with the coverage on the outside.
Good coverage by Encinas. That was a well-placed football.
Looks like the Eagles coaching staff wants to come out offensively with the same kind of aggression that they came out with defensively.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
Harding keeps it, throwing deep again. This time coverage is Angel Martinez, but that ball is thrown out to the sideline and very well covered by Angel Martinez. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
TLCA opting to pass the first 2 downs. Let's see what they do on 3rd.
Well, they almost have to pass now that they've gotten themselves in a 3rd and 10 situation. They are showing 5 receivers. So here's a little screenplay that's very well set up and very well blocked. This is an excellent, excellent play. There's a flag. This is going to come back here.
Scott, explain why that play is going to come back. I mean, you get the oohs and the ahs on a shot like that, but what are the officials looking for
So
here?
this is really interesting. In the last couple of years, the college football rules by which Texas high school plays, they're very particular about what they call a blindside block now. And this is a safety rule where if a kid cannot see you coming, you're not allowed to just light them up like that. And that gets called differently from one officiating crew to the next, because it's difficult. There's a little bit of a judgment call in a lot of these, and those are one of those judgment calls where this official determined that the TLCA blocker unnecessarily put a blindside block on and a very hard hit. It's an interesting. I'm
pretty subjective. I mean, it really took the wind out of some momentum and really just made what was a tremendous gain, a very minimal one, albeit a first down. So
that's a play that the Owl defense is going to have to look for, because that play was absolutely the way the Eagles coaching staff wanted to run it. They ran exactly what they wanted to run, and right up to the penalty, that was a very successfully run play.
1st and 10 Eagles, 6 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
Where you may be able to, I'm not sure if you can see this on your screen, but there's some confusion about where the chains are and where they should be. With that blindside block, Stephen, is a spot foul, so wherever the flag was, they marked off 15 from there, and that put them behind the first down marker. So it's actually third and short. That is correct. It's 3rd and 1 now. We're at 6:50 on the clock in this first quarter. And 4 receivers once again. This is a run all the way on that 3rd and short, and Harding keeps it, and he does have plenty for a first down yardage.
Short gain does move the chains, but again, the Owl defense is just really stingy when it comes to giving up yards.
Jarrett Brown is in at that, I would call that a free safety position, although I'm not sure if our coaches distinguish between free safety and just who's safety. In coverage on the near side, Octavian Reyes, Eduardo Encinas.
Looks like we've got a change of plans.
Play coming in from the sideline. They check up the one that they originally sent, call a different one. Harding on the quarterback keeper, and met and driven back. Great tackling by...
Who got the ball there?
This is Matthew Guerrero.
They're still calling it Eagle football.
I believe that the whistle probably had blown as a stoppage of forward progress, but that Sterling Harding is going to feel that one in the morning. Eagles up to the line once again. It's 2nd and 9, 8.5, 9. In a tighter formation this time, and they run Harding out to the right this time, and he does make the edge, and he's got a lot of running room, finally knocked out of bounds by Eduardo Encinas.
Nice tackle by Encinas, pretty much a touchdown-saving tackle.
Encinas was the last guy to beat. All the way to the 40-yard line. The Eagles have 1st and 10. Plays being shuttled in now from the side. This is, I'm going to call it Jalen Johnson.
5 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Owls are up 7-0.
There's a little bit of a trickeration.
Nice play by Dodd. Get it.
Backfires. Dodd is going to fall. Oh, almost, and still bouncing around. Owls have recovered finally. That ball had about 4 or 5 possessions in a row. And Fuller, I believe, has come up with his 2nd fumble recovery of this game.
Great play by Dylan Dodd. Stayed home, read the play, and lit it up. Good job by the senior. I like that guy.
I bet you do. I like him too. He's clearly one of my favorite dogs. So the Owls have fantastic field position once again. The beneficiary of their defense busting up a play, causing a fumble. Cason Brown, this is pass all the way, looking left, now rolling left, has an opportunity to get it up, and there's going to be a flag coming in for pass interference here.
Now what you have there is just, who was that down there? Was that?
It's Flores. It's
Angel Flores put himself in a position
he certainly
to get that call. That is just well played by the senior and a great ball by the freshman quarterback under duress.
That's right.
Good work by the Owls.
Cason Brown did take a hit on that play. By the way, they mark this off. This is different than what you're used to seeing on Sunday afternoon football. That's a spot foul on Sunday afternoon. And in college and Texas high school football, this is a 15 yards from scrimmage penalty, and it carries an automatic first down with it. Even if you don't make the sticks, by the way, carries a first down with it. So 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Heads up play by Cason Brown and by Angel Flores. Wide receiver screen. Octavian Reyes is hit immediately in the backfield. This will be a loss of a few. Eagles look like they saw that one coming. Second down and 13. 4:40 and counting in the first quarter.
That's what I love about this Owl offense. It can just catch fire or combust just quickly. And I look for an eruption here very quickly.
And Zenas gets hit hard in the backfield, and no indication yet. This is going to come up as Eagles ball is the indication from the white hat.
Eagles get the ball on the turnover. Still deep in their own territory. Let's see what the Owl defense can come up with.
So let me see if I can get the rest of these up front guys here for TLCA. I gave you Spencer Riddle. I gave you Logan Bradford, the junior. Trey Vallejo. Connor Norton in at nose tackle now for the Owls, and let's see if Connor can get in and cause some disruption in the backfield. Boy, look at the Owls swarm on this play.
They blew it dead. It was Fuller and Guerrero. Yeah, that play wasn't going anywhere.
That was almost a contest of how many white jerseys can get in that backfield.
We had a bunch.
Forward progress means it's only a loss of 2 yards. It brings up 2nd and 12.
Seems awful generous.
The spot is if it's where the player was first contacted. Unless he breaks contact, you can drive him all the way back to the end zone, but where the first contact was made is where the spot goes. It's forward progress. So now passing downs, presumably, although they run this across in motion, and they do hand it off this time to the motion man, who's going to pick up 4 or 5. This is Dante Sykes.
Got a couple Owls down there on the tackle. Looks like A.J. Avalos, Angel Martinez there.
3rd and 8 for the Eagles. And I'll quit trying to predict whether they're going to run or pass because I'm 0 for 1.
Oh, try again, Scott.
I'll try again. This is a passing down.
I think they're going to run a draw.
It's entirely possible. Pass all the way for Harding. Dodd is in the backfield. Receiver breaks open and is open deep. Octavian Reyes does catch up with and finally drag down Ivan Oviedo after a huge gain for the Eagles, by far their biggest offensive play from scrimmage.
That was a nice ball, Scott. Under duress, put it right on the money. Good throw by the TLCA quarterback.
Dylan Dodd in the backfield making him throw that, I think, before he really wanted to. But by that point, Oviedo had broken free. And Eagles quickly come to the line here, not wanting to give the Owls a chance to get set on defense. Now they stop and look over to the sideline. Harding moves his running back to the other side. That's Caleb Hill. And now a timeout is.
TLCA is going to take a timeout, and we're going to do the same, folks. We'll be back. And we're back, Owl fans, with the TLCA Eagles driving after a big pass. 1st and 10, 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Owls are up 7-0. See that Edith Turner is watching. Gloria Baggett. Appreciate y'all watching and supporting the Owls.
There's some names of folks who have been supporting the Owls for a long time. Hand off to the motion man, and Dylan Odom into the backfield, busts that one up and brings down Dante Sykes, tackle for loss.
Nice play by Dylan Odom, reading it and being at the right place.
Getting off his block was the key to that whole thing. In fact, I think had he not made the tackle, there might have been a holding call coming in on that play because he was giving his guy all kinds of trouble. So 2nd and 12 for the Eagles. Harding out of the shotgun. This is a pass all the way. Owls in the backfield.
Dodd
causing
rushing
trouble.
him, and Connor, and looks like Hunter Fuller finish it off.
Fuller's going to get credit for the sack. There are 4 or 5 Owls in the backfield once again. Guerrero's back there. Dodd is back there. Connor Norton is back there, causing all kinds of trouble, making sure that this Eagles offense doesn't have the time to do the things they would like to do. Justin Glass checking into the ball game now. He'll come in at that nose tackle position up front with Dodd and Guerrero. Linebackers are Odom, Fuller,
and Avalos.
Secondary is Angel Martinez, Eduardo Encinas. Here's a handoff, and Guerrero. I do not want to get hit by that kid. Oh, no. My goodness. Guerrero and Fraga team up on the tackle. Another tackle for loss. 4th down and 14.
Looks like it's 4th and quite a bit against a very stingy Owl defense. We'll see what the Eagles can dial up here, what they want to do. Looks like the call's in. Looks like they're going to go for it.
I'm going to anticipate that they're not actually going to run a play here. We're going to run out of time in the first quarter before that play clock gets to 0. Indeed, we are down to 3-2-1. End of first quarter. Owls have a 7-0 lead at this break, and we'll be right back.
Wait. Go.
Second quarter is beginning right now, so 12 minutes of play to go till halftime. The Owls have a 7-0 lead. TLCA, fourth down, and they are lined up as though they're going for it, which would make sense at this field position here. Man in motion again. They're going to try to run a little trickeration here, and it actually really works. That is the time to run that play if you are the Eagles, and it could not have been more successful. Hayden Carlson with the TD reception.
That was some trickeration.
That was well scouted, well called by the Eagle coaching staff. They run a double reverse flea flicker is what we would have called that, at least in the old days. Double reverse flea flicker, does that sound right?
Double reverse
I'm not going to try to
flea
say it again.
flicker. Yeah, that word's just, I just get flabbergasted when I try to say it.
Is someone sending you word suggestions?
That could be happening. So I want to give a shout out to, let's see, Rose Pena.
This is going to be interesting. There's going to be a flag on this play. They actually are going to be allowed to go ahead and run it, but the Eagles broke. Yeah, the Eagles, okay, they do blow it dead. The Eagles broke the huddle with 12 guys, and you just can't do that.
Yeah, and like we said in the first game, Scott, my idea of putting more players than the other team just apparently is illegal.
Well, it seems like there would be an advantage to us having 11 and you having 12. That would be to your advantage, right?
It seemed that way, but you quickly shut that down with a quick perusing of the rules. Appreciate it.
I didn't even have to peruse. I knew where that one was filed away.
Rosemary Pena's watching. We've got Lewis Marshall watching.
So the 2-point conversion attempt now is out at the 8-yard line, turns it into a passing play. Harding to his man in the corner, off the fingertips. There's another flag on this play. We'll see. This is a false start on the offense, but all you have to do is decline that. Oh, they may have blown that play dead. So 5 yards. Yeah, so that play never happened.
Okay.
5 yards out to the 13-yard line, and the Eagles coaching staff is going to have
So that flag is tantamount to that thing in Men in Black where they just zap it and you can't remember anything. It just never happened, right?
Good comparison.
Okay.
Yes.
I've always wanted one of those.
A tantamount?
No, one of those little things they used in Men in Black.
Come on now. Harding pushed out of the pocket, throws it out of the back of the end zone, not quite into the street, but the bottom line for the Owls defense is the 2-point conversion is no good, so the Owls still have a 7-6 lead. Now, 11:55 remaining in the second quarter, but there's a little break here, so we'll step aside for just a moment.
And we're back, Owl fans, with the TLCA Eagles kicking off. 11:55 left in the second quarter, kicking off after a touchdown on some, as Scott said, trickeration, and I really like the word.
Trickeration. This is Matt Hansen kicking off. Kicks it deep and towards the sideline, but A.J. Avalos fields it at the 15. Makes one move, makes one guy miss. If he gets up the middle, there's nobody left. Good tackle.
He was close.
It's a touchdown-saving tackle, really, by Dante Sykes.
You can see the turbo turning on. And
A.J. Avalos has another gear that he almost got to show us right there.
Either way, fantastic blocking and fantastic return by the Reagan County sophomore. Good to see him on the field again. AJ really did almost break that one.
He really did. That was well done by Owls special teams on all sides. 1st and 10 at the 43 for the Owls. Jarrett Brown now in as a receiver. He'll be split to this near side.
Little different set. We've got a kind of an H-back set with Dodd in the backfield.
And Alexavier Reyes as the running back. Receivers on the far side, Martinez and Reyes. And Alexavier Reyes runs somebody over. Finally goes down after a 9-yard gain. And
nice blocking up front. Nice run. Looks like the Owls are going to play some power for a little bit. And you got to love that the offense can just switch gears like this.
I like that, and I like that Alexavier Reyes plays for the contact. He doesn't avoid the contact. He wants somebody to come at him.
As you just saw, he enjoys it. He's good at it.
So we'll see where the Owls go. Eagles show pressure. They bring it again. Reyes past the first line of defense, enough for the first down, and then driven back, but plenty to move the chains for the Owls.
2 good power plays by Reagan County. Moves the chains early in the second quarter. Looks like the Owls are rolling.
So 1st and 10 inside Eagle territory at the 45. The play is in. Christian DeLuna is at center, snapping to Kason Brown in the backfield. Brown directly to Reyes, who picks up another 5-6 yards. Looks like there's going to be a slight stoppage in the action here. We will.
No.
Maybe not. Maybe so. No stoppage. All right, play on. So the Owls are getting the play in from the sideline. We're already down to 15 on the play clock, so they'll have to hurry to get into formation to make sure that everybody's set before they snap. 10 minutes now and counting remaining in the first half. Play clock is down to 5. Kason Brown sees it and gets the snap off right at the double zeros.
Nice ball by Brown.
Good ball. Right on the chest of Dylan Odom, and enough for another first down. Owls are moving the chains.
Good ball by Brown. Nice route by Dylan Odom, really sitting in the spot there where the zone or the coverage wasn't, and just an all-around great play. Well executed.
That ball got there in a hurry.
It did, and good blocking up front by the Owl line. And since the initial kind of onslaught of the blitzing, the line has picked it up, adjusted, and really seemed to be controlling the line of scrimmage now as the Owls move the ball down the field.
Dodd in that H-back position once again. Brown looking left, flushed out of the pocket. He's grabbed. He's going to be dragged down. This is a nice play by Kelby Thomas, the junior defensive end. Kason Brown trying to squirm away from that.
And Scott, you're going to have that with a spread offense like this. As many times as we put the ball up, occasionally that's just going to happen. And
right back up to the line. 2nd and long. 2nd and probably 17. 8:40 and counting on the clock here. Brown, this is a passing down all the way for the Owls. The out route is open deep. And, at the last second, the safety comes across. What a fantastic play by Ivan Oviedo.
It was a good play by Oviedo.
If he'd have been there half a second later, it's too late.
Could have been a different result.
Turned on the Jets to break that one up. Now this is 3rd and 17.
Got 8 minutes 30, about 8 minutes 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Owls clinging to a 1-point lead, moving the ball down the field.
This time it's Encinas in the backfield in this kind of pistol set here. Owls trying to draw the Eagles offside.
And it looks like they're going to take a timeout, Scott, and we'll do the same, and we'll be back.
We are back to second quarter action. The score you see on your screen there, 7-6. 8 minutes 25 remaining in the second quarter.
Looks like we got some
Eagles pulling just a visual stunt here. Send one extra man. The Owls pick it up. Kason Brown pulls it down, wants to run for it, picks up only a couple. This is going to bring up fourth and maybe 15 or 16 yards.
I want to give a shout out to David Valenzuela and Rosie Ortiz. Go Owls. Thanks for watching and supporting Reagan County. Looks like we're going to punt, Scott.
It does. I'm sorry I look a little bit confused. I couldn't figure out why the clock was stopped there. So 4th down and 15. This is a punting down, at least on first appearance. Guerrero lined up to punt. He's been doing a great job punting this whole season.
Really has.
This is a straight-up punt all the way around.
Another
Guerrero
perfect
down
punt.
the middle, and the Owls
looky
coverage
there.
gets down.
Look at that, Scott.
Oh.
You can't do it any better. Now that's exciting. Great special teams work by the Owls.
It doesn't get any cleaner than that. Alex Xavier Reyes fielding the ball right at.
And what a heady play by the senior. Literally got right ahead of the goal line and caught it. Perfect punt by Matt. Just fantastic execution by the Owls, and the Eagles, well.
So look for the Owls now to put some real pressure up front as the Eagles are backed up into their end zone. The Owls are going to put some real heavy pressure on and see if they might be able to get a safety out of this next down or two here.
Looks like the Eagles in a power formation. They're not going to hide what's about to happen.
In fact, they are in we would call this a wildcat formation.
Wildcat.
Substitution penalty against the Eagles, which is going to be maybe the shortest penalty you'll see all season. Half the distance to the goal when we were already at the 1 foot line. 6-inch penalty.
That's what they say. It's a game of inches, right?
They do say that. Although I think they said that about baseball first, didn't they? I don't remember.
They might have. I'm not sure.
So I'm calling this a wildcat formation because they're snapping directly to a running back. They're not messing around with having a quarterback back here. Sykes does indeed. In fact, he's got some running room. That was very effective for the Eagles. Got him out of the shadow of the goalpost. I think he picked up 9. Going to be 2nd down and 1. So direct snap to Sykes gets the Eagles coaching staff exactly what they wanted, some room to work here. Now we are still with Sykes here in the backfield and running the exact same play. And the Owls stuff it. We will see. This is going to be really close to first down yardage. I think the spot is very crucial here. That looks like enough. They should be moving the chains at this point. That looks like a first down. So TLCA does a good job getting themselves out of the initial trouble of being pinned deep in their own end of the field. And they're going to continue running Sykes as the quarterback taking snaps. Reyes, Octavian Reyes, Dylan Odom in on the tackle. 2nd and 7. 6:30 and counting remaining in the second quarter.
Owls still up 7-6. Exciting game here at the old Lakeview Stadium, as they call it. Great venue, great game.
Sykes running right this time. Puts his foot in the ground, get a hole, and Fraga comes through and makes a nice solo tackle.
That was a great play by Fraga. Good read, good tackle.
Shooting the gap, as they say.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. Owls defense as stingy as ever. Looking to hold the Eagles here deep in their own territory.
This is an important play here, this 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. See if the Owls can get the push they need up front. Harding is back in at the quarterback spot now. And snap is fumbled. Harding falls on it. I believe he got to keep it. But that'll bring up 4th and 5. And this deep in their own territory, you would assume this is a punting down for the Eagles.
Looks like the mass personnel change seems to indicate, I mean, my principles of detection indicate that this could be a punt.
You are very sharp, almost Encyclopedia Brown-like.
Thanks, God.
For all of our listeners who are over 50. They'll get the Encyclopedia Brown reference, won't they?
Yes.
Octavian Reyes is deep to receive. Punt is up, and it's short. Reyes is just going to have to let this one go, but this is going to be excellent field position for the Owls to come out and start this series. We're at 4:39 remaining in the second quarter. I think we'll keep it right here. This should be a pretty quick change from defense to offense for the Owls. 1st and 10 at the 33 of the TLCA Eagles. I'm sure the Owls would love to push this ball quickly toward the end zone, get some more points on the board here. So Flores is going to be split out to the left now. Avalos to the right. Octavian Reyes in the slot. Eli Hernandez, Juan Saucedo, Matthew Guerrero, Christian DeLuna, and Cenas goes off the outside, makes the edge. It's not really the edge, but off of that right side, that's a pretty good hole.
Nice block by Dodd.
I like to see those guys getting the push up front, and Cenas turned upfield at just the right moment, following just the right guys.
Al staying with the power game for now.
Brown looks over the defense, takes the snap. Pass is incomplete, intended for Avalos. 3rd down and 5.
Really good execution all around on that play, just good defense.
Pass was well covered. Owl players looking over to the sideline, getting the signal in from the coaching staff over there. This time Encinas has room off the left side, extra room, goes through the hole, punches through, and
he's in.
That's 6 points. Eduardo Encinas into the end zone.
Great execution by Reagan County. Great job front line, moving the right guys, and a nice run and going to the hole. Encinas with good explosion all around. Great play, Reagan County.
I think that's how you draw it up. You get your guys pushing their guys to the side. They opened up a nice size hole, and Eduardo hit the hole very quickly. And he's in the secondary before you can, I don't know, what do you do? Before you can sneeze, I don't know. He's in the secondary, and boy, he turned it on from there.
He did. Nice run by Eduardo. Great job by Reagan County.
AJ Avalos to take the extra point attempt. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is right through the middle.
It's not just true. It's just pretty when he kicks it. I mean, it is just beautiful. Nice job by AJ and the Owls.
We're at 3:41 before halftime. We're going to take a break and come right back. We're back to second quarter action here in San Angelo. We're getting the score changed on your screen there. 14-6 is the correct score. The Owls have 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. Just wanted to give you a heads up as we approach halftime. You will get to see the band, and you will not really get to hear the band. So I don't know what to tell you about that. From one place to the next, we're not sure what we're going to end up with.
We don't, Scott. Sometimes we're in a press box like this, a nice one all to ourselves. Sometimes we're in the stands, but we adjust.
We do, and Owls must have some different people here in on this kickoff team because there's some confusion on the lineup. But AJ Avalos kicks it deep.
Just a perfect
very
kick.
nicely deep. Oh, that ball is live. He better pick that up. That ball is live. Get on it.
Touchdown,
yes, sir.
Reagan County.
It's actually not going to be a touchdown, Stephen, but it's going to be first and goal from where the Owls picked that ball up. That is a mistake by the Eagles receiving team. That ball is live unless it goes into the end zone of its own accord. That ball is live. Now, that's not a touchdown because you can't advance as the kicking team, but it is first and goal. A huge break and good heads-up play for the Owls.
Real heads-up play, and great kick by AJ. Just right there at the goal line, and you've got to decide what you're going to do. 3 minutes, counting down in the second quarter.
Not sure why we were 3 minutes and counting, but that's okay. So, first and goal, it's at the 3-yard line. Am I reading that right? 2-yard line?
Looks that way.
So here's a place for the power game. Here's Dodd over the left side. No problem getting into the end zone. Put your hands up. Yes, sir.
Touchdown, Dylan Dodd.
Yes, sir.
That is a touchdown for Reagan County.
What a break. What a heads-up play. And
that's right. It's
really the momentum.
That's right.
I think this is going to be the momentum to get Reagan County clicking. Great job, Reagan County.
Well, then you got to like the power game, too. They just line up and say, our guys up front can beat your guys up front right now. And then Dodd into the end zone. Almost no problem. Avalos lined up for the PAT.
Get to watch AJ kick again. Oh.
Now, that one, not quite as pretty. Off to the left. So the Owls will have to be content with 20 points at this point. Now, we've got 2:53 remaining in this second quarter, so we may not be done with the scoreboard yet. 2:53 remains. There's a long enough break here that we'll step away for a moment.
I'll take it in. And we're back, Reagan County fans, with the Owls taking full advantage of a great heads-up play on the kickoff, recovering it, punching it in for a quick 6. 2 minutes, 53 seconds left. Owls up 20-6. Owls are kicking off.
Here comes AJ Avalos. Kicks it deep again. This one is going to come down. Fair catch called for. Interesting. At inside the 15-yard line. Sterling Harding makes the catch, and the Eagles offense will take over fairly deep in their own territory. Should be at about the 14. Oh, I'm sorry. This is my bad. As an official, I should have been on this immediately. Okay, this is a new rule in the last couple of years, Stephen. So if the receiving team calls for a fair catch and the ball is beyond the 25, it actually counts as the same thing as a touchback if you bring it out and start at the 25-yard line.
Yes.
So actually a heads-up play by Sterling Harding.
I'm saying yes as I know all this stuff. Thank you for letting us know.
Well, you already knew that.
Right.
We'll go with yes. Harding keeps it. Little RPO, and Harding is swarmed under in the backfield. All of the Owls staying home on defense. I believe that's going to be Angel Mateo with the tackle.
Looks like it was Angel in on that one. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first half. Owls are pushing the Eagles backward, second and long.
Clock continues to run here. That play is very effective on the defensive side because the coverage is good and Harding's got no place to throw the ball. And all of the Owls defenders have stayed in their place. Everybody stayed home and there's no place to go. The clock is stopped here with 2:22. This looks like to be an official's timeout in some way.
Let's see. Looks like it's not going to be very long.
No, they're going to wind it right back up here. So as soon as the gentleman in the white hat tells us to start the clock, we'll run it again.
Tracy McFall's watching. Tracy, thanks for all your support for the Owls.
Now the clock is running. We're at 2:15 and counting. Sideline route. What a grab. That's the second time Ivan Oviedo has gone up and come down with the ball. That was very well covered. This is a new quarterback, by the way. This is Lane. I'm going to call it Honea.
That was a nice ball coming right into the game like that by that young man.
Oh, it was pretty, and he put it on the hands, and Ivan Oviedo, sure-handed receiver, at least on that one. They're going to let him throw it again, this time across, and well covered by Angel Flores. Intended receiver was Hayden Carlson. So the clock stops with 1:50 to go, and it'll be 2nd and 10. That'll be a matchup for us to keep watching, Stephen. They're on the far side right now. Ivan Oviedo lined up across from Octavian Reyes. We'll keep an eye on that matchup this whole evening. Logan Honea takes the snap and has all he can do to try to get rid of it.
Dodd with the quick rush and batted the pass down.
Sorry, I called him Logan. This is Lane Honea. I'm not even sure if I'm saying Honea correctly. It's Honea, so apologies up front to that young man's family. I'm going to call him Lane from here on out. Would that be okay?
I think that's great, Scott.
3rd and 10. That went as an incomplete pass, so the clock is stopped at 1:44. 3rd down and long. Lane obviously not afraid to throw the ball. Rolls out to his right, looking to do exactly that. This play is blown dead. It must be an offensive penalty for them to blow it dead like this. No signal yet from the gentleman in the white hat. Here it comes. False start against the Eagles. It's tricky up here, Stephen, because we can't hear even the whistle.
That's right. It's difficult. And again, like every game, it's great having you up here. We have an official in the booth with us. I might interpret that differently. I'm glad you're here to keep it real.
I got us. And most of the time I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I'll keep talking, even if I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to say.
I just make it up.
I've already told you more than I know. This time Lane rolls out a little bit to his right. The play is blown dead again. I think this is backfired against. It looks like the Eagles are trying to draw the Owls offside, and instead it's disrupted their own timing. So another false start will push the Eagles back another 5 yards and make it 3rd down and 20. And we're at 1:23 remaining in this quarter.
The Owls can hold serve here. We're going to have a chance to put the ball in the end zone again, Scott.
Well, certainly from this point, 3rd and 20. When they were at 3rd and 10, you're thinking maybe this is 4-down territory for the Eagles. They're going to have to pick up something here on 3rd down for them to feel like 4th down is worth going for. And the Owls will try to put a stop to that. So the sophomore quarterback here in the shotgun once again. Officials have not released the ball for play yet. There was some conversation here at the line of scrimmage.
Got another password, guys.
I wonder if maybe they're ordering Grubhub.
You know, could be. I was thinking either Grubhub or just discussing dinner plans, but it looks like they've quicker decision than we make when we go to dinner, so good for them. Our discussions are a lot less pleasant.
Where do you want to eat? I don't care. Yes, you do. Lane takes this and rolls out to the right. Receivers are releasing along the sideline, and the coverage is this. Oh, this is going to be tricky. This is the side judge's call, and he calls this as a catch. That is an outstanding catch. Dante Sykes gets credit for the reception here. All he has to do, Steven, is he has to have just some tiny part of his body still in bounds when he grabs that ball.
It was a good ball and a fantastic catch by that young man.
So the clock actually stops. Should have. Yes, now we've started again. And this time, incomplete pass will stop the clock. 1 minute and 30 seconds. I feel like I'm in a time warp. We're at 120-something before.
Looks like a minute 36. Is that what it says?
It's a minute 30
This is crazy.
correctly, so I don't know how that goes, but it's a minute 30 right now. So
you know, as we've gone through the times we've gone through of late, time pretty much is not linear anymore. So it's just a soup.
Second down and 10 for the Eagles.
1:30 left in this time soup.
Lane in the shotgun, pass all the way. Play is blown dead once again. False start against the Eagles. And I'm not actually seeing this, but I'm guessing, Steven, you feel like sometimes you get a lean out of those receivers and they lean toward the line before the ball gets snapped. That is enough to get a false start penalty.
It is. It's just difficult.
Offensive players, especially those on the outside, have got to stand still. They've got to watch the ball because they're not necessarily hearing the snap count. Dodd in the backfield, and Lane goes down with Dodd back there and Angel Bateo back there. Great pressure on the quarterback, and they're going to let the clock run here on, this should be a third down. Now they're going to stop it for, this would be a Reagan County timeout. They want to save some time because we're hoping to get the ball back. Well, let's take a break here.
And we're back, Reagan County. Looks like big third down here for the Eagles after the Owls have been holding them.
1:12 remaining in this second quarter coming into halftime. The Owls would like to get a stop right here, right now. And sideline route once again, complete. Tackle is made by Angel Bateo coming over from the linebacker spot, but that is enough to pick up the first down for the Eagles.
1 minute left in the first half.
Sterling Harding back in at QB for TLCA, completes that pass, and we're back at a timeout. This is a stop the clock timeout because TLCA wants to talk things over here as they've got a 1st and 10 from the 32.
And we'll be back. We are back to the action. There's 1:03 on the clock, and
and TLCA has picked up a fresh set of downs for themselves, making a late charge in this second quarter, trying to get some points on the board here before the half. 20-6 is our score, and Owls pressure in the backfield once again. 5 or 6
Blitz
Owls
is
on the
dialed
tackle.
up by the Owl coaching staff, executed perfectly. Norton leading the charge. Looks
Fuller,
like Mateo, Fuller,
Odom, everybody in on that tackle, and clock is stopped one more time. Maybe we should keep it here for this one. This is a clock stoppage timeout.
So how much time is left now, Scott?
56 seconds, and I'm pretty sure that that's accurate.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, let's go with that. So
It's the soup, you know.
then time is not in a line. More matrixy.
Ooh, did you take the red pill?
Not yet.
The blue pill?
So
So 56 seconds remain, and of course that's plenty of time for the Eagles. They've got a second and about 16 to work with here. So now that I'm sure they're talking over, yeah, we wanted to stop the clock, but what are the plays that we think are effective from this down and distance?
So what's it? We got second and 16, 56 seconds to go. I'm sure Owls will be on guard for some of the plays have been effective. Looks like the TLCA is changing their
Formation looks a little bit different. Now that screen pass was really effective, and they ran that in a similar type of situation in the first quarter. This is a little flea flicker, a toss back, and the Owls break it up. This ball is live. This is on the ground, and it is covered by the Owls. Owls football.
Great job by Reagan County.
TLCA staff they are lobbying for this being called an incomplete pass, but I don't think they're going to get anywhere with that. That looks to me like a clear strip sack is what we would call that, a strip sack. Owls defense in the backfield, they don't care at all about the trickeration this time. They're just coming after the quarterback.
Great job by the Owls and pushing them back and giving us enough time to put another touchdown on the board.
So 45 seconds to work with. And I know we've got at least one timeout left, but I haven't been keeping track very well. Are you taking notes over there, Steven?
You know what? I haven't been. This game has just been so much fun to watch.
Case and Brown out of the shotgun. We know that the Owls have the potential to put yards on quickly. That pass falls short, intended for Odom, and only takes 4 seconds off of the clock. Plays in. 3 receivers out to the right again. Some of the Owls players want to see that play signal again. So we're actually in kind of twins formation here. 2 receivers to each side. And Cenas behind Brown in the backfield. Brown looking right. Shoulder fake. Ball is up. And, oh, man, that's a great play call. A.J. Avalos was there. Ball slightly overthrown.
Just a little bit, but the play was there. We'll probably see that call again.
Did you see who's closing in on A.J. Avalos over there? That Oviedo kid is fast.
He's a quick defender. Now 3rd and 10 for Reagan County, 35 seconds.
So a near connection there. The bottom line is 3rd and 10. And the Owls back in this 2-back set. Dodd and Encinas back in the backfield with Brown now. Extra protection, Encinas out. A sideline route to Octavian Reyes. Not quite there, not able to connect. And 4th and 10 with 28 seconds remaining. You got to think this is a punting situation now.
Again, looks to me like they're may have made the decision to punt the ball. And the last time the Owls executed a punt, I don't think you can execute a punt literally any better.
That was as well as you could do. I'm sure they'll try to pin these Eagles back again with 28 seconds remaining in the half. They don't want to give them any breathing room. Guerrero.
Nice punt by Matt.
Good hang time. They let this one bounce, and Boy, the clock's going to keep. Oh, they blew this play dead. We couldn't hear the whistle. So false start against the Owls. Back them up 5 yards, which is too bad because that was actually a really nice punt.
That was, and I didn't hear the whistle. Of course, didn't see I was watching the ball, and the players react to it, and I thought that was a odd reaction.
We were watching kick returners stand and stare at a ball. Wondering, what are those guys doing? Oh, well, they knew what we did not. That play never actually happened.
And you wonder what they're looking at, like some natural phenomenon happening. Is there a comet? Your mind just wanders.
Guerrero, this is an end-over-end punt that's going to take a really nice bounce.
Oh, perfect.
And it's fielded by Oviedo, who's trying to make the side and dragged down from behind by Encinas.
Nice job by Encinas. Again, pinning the Owls, pinning the Eagles back in their own territory. 10 seconds left.
We used to call that a shoestring tackle. Do people say that still? That's a shoestring tackle.
I think so.
So good coverage on the punt. Good punt by Guerrero again. The kicking game, the special teams have been really solid in pretty much in every situation we've seen them in for the last 3 games.
Scott, and that's, Coach Brown and his staff really coach up every aspect of the game, and it's on full display here tonight. Owls are up 20-6.
10 seconds left. Don't expect a whole lot of razzle-dazzle. In fact, the Eagles will take a knee. Everybody wants to get into halftime here. We're going to do what we can to get you some sound for the band. I'm just trying to warn you up front. We don't know if we can pull this off or not. So we're going to take a little break. We'll get back so you can at least see the bands, and maybe you get a chance to hear them, and we'll catch up with you in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome to the field the pride of Reagan County, the Mighty Owl Band. The Mighty Owl Band is under the direction of Mr. Joshua Rumbo. Tonight's performance is entitled Journey to New Galaxies by Luke McMillan. Drum majors Jonathan Rodriguez and Camila Trevino. You may take the field. do it one more time for the pride of Reagan County, the Mighty Owl Band.
Texas Leadership Charter Academy is proud to present the TLCA Flying Eagle Band. Under the direction of Brian Patterson, Kevin Deuce II, and Taylor Living, the band will be performing Red, a dark and twisted take on the classic story of Little Red Riding Hood. Music by Ezekiel Lancer and drill design by Kyle Headstring. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Alex Jones and Taylor Reyes.
And we're back out, fans, to start the second half of this really exciting game between the TLCA Eagles and the Reagan County Owls. Owls up 20-6, kicking off kind of a frenetic pace to end the second half there, with the Owls capitalizing on some errors to get the game a little more in their favor. Avalos to kick it off for Reagan County, and number 2 with another great kick.
This one does roll into the end zone, which will come out to the 25-yard line for a touchback there. At halftime, Steve, I'm hoping that our fans got to hear at least a little bit of the bands. We tried to get you some sort of ambient sound. So we'll see how this goes. Trying to make adjustments on the fly here. 1st and 10 from their own 25, out come the Eagles. We'll see what kind of adjustments these coaching staffs have been making for the last few minutes in the locker room.
And right off the bat, we see a little bit of a different formation. Speaking of adjustments, Scott.
And this is Lane back in at QB, and he's rushed this time. This is Angel Bateo making him get rid of that ball before he wants to.
And quarterback for the Eagles landing in is Pat. I don't know yet, but please take it down and for the Eagles.
Second and 10 for the Eagles. Looks like we've got number 7 still at quarterback.
This is interesting, Stephen, because they've got essentially 2 quarterbacks in the backfield right now, and one of them hands off to the other one. Sterling Harding picks up a few difficult yards there. But you can see where this would be an advantage, at least in terms of if you've got some surprises up your sleeve. You've got 2 guys back there that you know could throw the ball.
Yes, and the Eagles have already shown a proclivity to throw some surprises at folks, so Owls better be on their toes.
Did someone send you proclivity?
No, I just like it.
Sounds like you. All right, ball is thrown deep, and that looks like one of those routes where I thought I was supposed to run this route, and I thought you were going to run that route. So incomplete pass brings up 4th and long. Coverage that time was Jarrett Brown.
Owls.
Angel Martinez out here on the side.
Owls hold the Eagles to a quick 3 and out. It's a good way to start the second half, Scott.
Octavian Reyes is going to be deep to receive on this presumed punt attempt. J.R. Lopez is back to punt in punt formation for the Eagles on 4th and 8. And he does indeed get it away toward the sideline, the near sideline over here. Reyes comes over to take a look, but no need to return this one. This is going to be excellent starting field position for the Owls, starting at the 48-yard line of TLCA.
It doesn't get any better than that, Scott. A good stop by the defense, and the Owls offense taking the field, looking to expand on their already 14-point lead. Early in the third quarter, 11:15 left in the third.
Hernandez, Guerrero, Saucedo. By the way, I don't know if you noticed this, but we got some ball players that play in the band at halftime and then come right back out and put those shoulder pads back on. I just love it. It's fantastic. Billy Saucedo has, Juan Saucedo.
Yes.
Billy has even a solo in that halftime show.
And he's just, I believe he's extremely talented.
He's very talented. Cason Brown looking to pass. Out route to the right, just a little bit high for Odom as he's headed toward the sideline.
Dodd coming into the game. We got Royland Myers watching the game on Facebook. You know that guy?
I do. I was wondering if they would get to tune in. They're on the road.
And we've got an interview coming up here in a little bit. We've got a special guest tonight. I know I'm excited about.
This is a great idea. And in fact, Brown running for his life. The official trying to get out of the way. Brown finally does pull it down and throw it out to the sideline. Does get it past the line of scrimmage, so there won't be any grounding penalty there. But 3rd and 10. And you let me know when you're ready for this special guest here, Stephen.
Okay. Let's watch this next. Let's see what's going to happen here, Scott, and then we're going to talk to this special guest. He's a Reagan County Owl, through and through. his wife has given me a series of questions that she once asked on the air.
That's always helpful.
And so this is exciting, but let's see what the Owls got here on 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10, this is Owls rushing up to the line because that play clock is about to expire. In fact, it's so close to expiring, the Owls need to burn a timeout to keep it from happening. But I think that leads us to our interview, Stephen.
I think it's a good time. Folks, we've got on the air tonight with us our fearless leader, a Reagan County grad, Superintendent Eric Hallmark. Eric, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me on.
Man, it is just great to have you here. This is an exciting game.
Yes, sir. It is a good game. There's a good TLCA team that we're playing against. They come out playing hard, and they're going to put up a fight where they're not going to give us this easy tonight for sure.
Now, I was kidding, Renee. I'm not going to read all of Renee's questions to you on the air. But what year did you graduate, Eric?
I graduated in 2000.
2000 grad, and you played a lot of different sports, and you know about football, and you know about what's going on out there.
Yes, sir. I know a little bit about football, and I know a little bit about everything.
Yes. Well, tell us about the year the Owls are having so far. Tell us about Reagan County schools in general.
Yeah, we're off to a good start this year. I feel like we've hired a lot of new people new to Reagan County and got some new administration, and we're up and running. I feel like everything's going well, and I think we're off to a good start, and we're trying to start a new culture.
All right, why don't you help us out with this play?
Looks like we got a sprint out to the right, trying to hit the 15-yard dig route to looks like Octavian Reyes, which was incomplete.
Boy, that was close. We got trouble, Scott. Eric's really good at this. So we can't let him on the mic anymore. We're going to get replaced. That was excellent play calling by 2000 grad and Superintendent of Reagan County Independent School District, Eric Hallmark. Eric, what kind of exciting things do we have coming up the rest of the fall?
Rest of the fall, we got a lot of activities that really going on all around the district. Next week, if you get a chance, make sure you stop by the elementary. We'll have a book fair for the young kiddos. We're trying to get them involved with reading and things going on all around the district. We've got middle school sports, we've got cross country, we've got volleyball. There's just multiple things going on in the district right now.
Now, you've got a couple of little Owls yourself, don't you, Eric?
I do have a few little Owls.
All right, and who are they?
My oldest daughter's Addison. She's a freshman at the high school, and then I've got a 3rd grader, which is Faith, which is at the elementary.
Just great times, and I wanted to thank you for all just your leadership, everything you've done for Reagan County. And this year is just fantastic. Homecoming week was just, I can't remember a better one, and everything is just going great. Eric, I just can't thank you enough. And thanks for being here tonight.
I appreciate you having me on.
You bet. We're going to turn it back over to Scott. Owls on defense.
Thank you.
Eagles run off of the left side. Going to be close to first down yardage. We'll see where the spot is. Always good to have Superintendent Hallmark. I'm not sure about this idea of having guys in the booth who are better at this than I am.
Yeah, we're both in trouble. Eric just did that like a pro. Just handed it off to him, and he just calls it like a pro.
Maybe we can interview somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. No, that wouldn't be much fun either now, would it? Up the middle this time, and that's plenty for first down yardage. And there's the advantage of having your 2 quarterbacks in the backfield as well.
Yeah, it looks like that changeup's making a little bit of a difference.
So Harding off the right side this time. And the Owls defense is in this, I still call this a 3-3 stack. And it's flexible enough that they can move these guys around when they want to do a little bit more of a press coverage. They can bring more guys into the box when they think they're up against running downs. Here's Harding again, trying to bounce it outside. Now puts his foot in the ground and cuts. It's a nice cut across the middle. Ball comes loose momentarily, but Harding got it back. That's a nice, tough run for the senior, Sterling Harding.
Looks like it may be enough to move the chains. See what the spot is. Not quite. It's going to be second and about 2.
Short. Second and short. Lots of options for the coaching staff at this. They love these downs, these second and short downs. They feel like they can call some plays that have some risk to them
You're right, Scott. We got 9 minutes, 13 seconds left. Clock ticking down in the third quarter. Owls with a 20-6 lead.
Three receivers out to the left. Looks like they want to draw the Owls off sides. The Owls don't bite. Lane is pressured by Boteo. Nice reception. Good hands out here on the sideline. The TLCA sideline wants a they want a late hit, and they're not going to get it. And the reason they're not going to get it is the whistle had not blown. The player was still in bounds. Jarrett Brown comes in and cleans that up. But, of course, that's after a first down pickup. And a nice catch by, I believe was that number 9, J.R. Lopez?
It looked like number 9, Scott. That was a nice catch. First down, Eagles. Eagles now successive first downs.
Here's the handoff. And lots of room over the left side. Good run by Caleb Hill. Eagles coaches must have seen some things that they thought they might be able to exploit in the Owls defense.
And we're going to take a break.
Nice job.
Yeah.
8:31 remaining in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Eagles. Ball is on the Owls' 44-yard line. Eagles putting together a pretty decent drive here, moving the chains 3 or 4 times. New running back in the game, trying to make the edge. This is shut down. This is Jacob Patterson, senior running back.
Mateo with the stop for Reagan County. Going to bring up 2nd and long. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Eagles have been clicking the ball down the field a little bit at a time.
Here comes the 2nd and 9. Laying out of the shotgun. Ball is low, and back shoulder throw is successful once again to J.R. Lopez. That ball did not have to be pretty because he put it in the right place.
Nice catch for an Eagle. First down. Eagles close to the red zone here as the third quarter. We move into the middle of the third quarter.
Lane hands off this time to Harding. Bounces around. Gets brought down by Fraga. Nice tackle. Pickup of about 4. That's a good form tackle there from Abraham Fraga. He's got a, he sees what he hits.
He does, he does.
So Lane and Harding again once in the backfield, and Harding, Lane looking to throw, this time going to the end zone. The flag comes in early. I think they're going to call this actually as a defensive holding.
That's what I think the call is going to be, Scott. But we'll see. We'll see. There's surprises. You never know.
The difference between defensive holding and pass interference is real simple. Was the ball already in the air or not?
I want to give a special shout out to Joe Camarena, groundskeeper here at San Angelo Independent School District. Couldn't have been nicer. Really helped us get set up early on, and you know, just wonderful atmosphere here at San Angelo and TLCA, and we appreciate him and everyone that lets us come up here and do this broadcast. Joe, if you're watching, we really appreciated it. Thank you.
Penalty is indeed a defensive hold against the Owls. That's a 10-yard penalty that carries an automatic first down, but of course they made the chains as well. So first down from inside the 15 now, and Harding dancing a little and picking up more yards than expected all the way into the end zone. Sterling Harding, the senior quarterback slash running back, this time takes the handoff. Didn't need a lot of room, created his own offense. Now he'll line up in that quarterback position and run to the left once again. This is going to be close. I haven't seen a signal yet. Signal is good. Conversion is good, which is going to put the TLCA Eagles in a 14-point situation. So now the lead is down to 6. Owls 20, TLCA 14, 6:46 remaining in the third quarter. We'll step aside. Back to third quarter action here. 6:46 remain after TLCA kicking off after a touchdown drive. That was actually a long sustained drive for them, Stephen.
It was, Scott, and Owls are going to have to flip the switch and get back in command of this game, and I look for them to do just that.
Hansen kicks it pretty straight, pretty deep. Has to be fielded by Avalos inside his own 10. He does find a seam up the middle, makes one move and then another. This is a great return by A.J. Avalos. Now headed toward the near sideline, still on his feet, nearly to midfield. That's how you run kickoff return.
Great patient running there by Avalos, really finding the seams, attacking them. Wonderful job by A.J. setting up the Owl offense with good field position in what has become a pretty tight second quarter, second half. We got 6 minutes, 35 seconds left in the third quarter. AJ
looked like if that ball had rolled into the end zone, he was going to be content to let it roll in. And then it looked like it was going to stall out, so he picked it up and got nearly 50 yards on the return. Brown hands off to Encinas, up the middle, big hole opened up. Encinas goes for 15 or more, nearly 20 yards on the carry.
Nice opening salvo to start this drive by Reagan County. Big gain, 1st and 10. Owls are on the move.
They'll mark that back a little bit from where I thought it was going to be. Give Eduardo 17 yards on that carry, but that's a big hole opened up just off the right side. That's running behind Glass and Guerrero over there on that right side, and Dodd in that H-back spot. Blocking scheme sure worked that time. Handed off again to Encinas. Really the same hole he's looking for there, and that's good for another 4 or 5 yards as well.
Al shifting gears so quickly to the power game. I love the agility of this offense. We can go from a passing to just shift down straight into, or shift up, however you look at it, into the power game.
You bet. And the power game, the way the Owls run it, counts on those guys up front providing the power, because Eduardo Encinas is not what you would call a big back. He's not going to run a lot of people over, but they're opening up big holes for him. Look at him here, get the edge, turn it upfield, flags come in. This is going to come back. It's too bad, because that was a wonderful run from Encinas.
There was some good blocking out there on that one, folks. So hate that it's coming back, but Owls are showing off some of their power right now. And what's the call, Scott?
We haven't seen it yet, but we're pretty sure this is going to be holding. They're going to come back this other direction. It's possible that they showed it and I just missed it, but that's going to be a 10-yard penalty against the Owls. It'll still be second down, and second down in about 15. That's a spot foul, meaning they mark it from where the infraction occurred.
It's like their Owls are staying with this formation, going with the if it ain't broke, don't fix it idea.
This time, Xavier Reyes is the running back, so a bigger back in now off the left side, has another hole, running people over like he likes to do. Finally brought down by Hayden Carlson, but not before picking up a rough and tumble 6 or 7 yards there.
Great job by the fellas up front again, pushing them back. Love the combination of this offense again of just finesse and physicality at any time, flipping the switch. Really testament to these players who are able to do this.
So the look is a little bit different now as Dodd and Reyes, both of the big backs now, are flanking Case and Brown. Reyes once again cuts upfield, sees the hole and hits it, and picks up another 3 or 4 yards. Very effective way to move the ball down the field.
Owls eating up yards and clock as this third quarter winds down. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left. Fourth down, Reagan County. I don't see a change in personnel, do you?
You bet. 4th down and 5 from here. This is Owls going for it all the way. I believe I know what's going to happen here, and I'm not going to say it out loud just in case anyone's listening. They got exactly what they wanted, which is the Owls get a free play out of this. Doesn't matter what happens to that ball. They got the TLCA Eagles to jump offside. So this will be a defensive offsides, and that'll be 5 yards, and it'll be enough to pick up the first down. So the Owls move the chains.
With discipline.
With discipline is a good way to put it. That is in the Owls playbook. We know how to be disciplined enough to stand our ground and try to draw this other team off sides. So 1st and 10, more than one way to move the chains. We'll certainly take that one. The clock is stopped right now at 3:55, and the Owls with a 6-point lead.
Owls continuing their march down the field.
Brown this time looking to pass. And picked off by Oviedo. I tell you what, that guy plays safety like a center fielder.
He does. That was an excellent play by that young man. Good news here. Looks like that ball's spotted on about the 2.
It is. Eagles are going to be backed up under their own goalpost again, but Owls were moving the ball very effectively there and now have turned it over. Got to play defense and count on their defense to get it back quickly. This time the Eagles have, I was going to say they've got 3 backs back there, but essentially they're running this sort of wildcat formation once again, except they're going to pass out of this formation and nearly picked off by Eduardo Encinas, nearly sacked in the backfield. Owls put the pressure on that time.
That was close, Scott.
It was close on more than one level. They nearly got a sack in the end zone, and they nearly got an interception. And Jalen Johnson was the quarterback / running back on that play, but now the Eagles will go back to, I'm guessing this is going to be Harding back there taking the snap now.
Looks that way.
Takes it, comes off the right side. He's got a hole, and he comes through it, and he's all the way out to the 8-9 yard line, which will buy them a little bit of space. Still 3rd down. The Owls still have a chance to get out of this without giving up a first down if they can hold tight right here.
Eagles quick to the line.
Feel like they've got the Owls on their heels just a little bit. And when they do this, Harding tends to run that same play. This play must have been blown dead because everybody stopped what they were doing. And of course, we didn't hear that whistle again.
No.
But that's got to be an offensive penalty. There's a false start over there somewhere that It's happening on the left side of their offense because the far side line judge is the one who is calling those. Good news for the Owls is that'll bring up 3rd and 7 instead of 3rd and 2.
Good discipline by the Reagan County defense on that last play. Not moving, staying home, doing what they're supposed to. The game's gotten a little tighter than they want, and they're still showing great composure, pinning the Eagles down deep in their own territory, now with a 3rd down play.
Lane Honea is at quarterback with Sterling Harding in the backfield with him. And is this a safety? Did he make it out of the end zone is the question.
It's going to be
Far
close.
side official is marking it just outside the end zone. Again, this is a point of contact forward progress thing. If he got out of the end zone when he got hit, doesn't matter how far back you push him, he gets marked for forward progress. He did make it out of the end zone, and but that does bring up 4th and long, and a punter standing with his heels on the end.
This is going to be in. We'll see if the Owls bring the pressure. They do.
Flag comes in, looks like a stoppage of play. Another false start is going to back up the Eagles from the 2 to the 1. It's hard to tell from here, but
Dodd almost got that one.
the Eagles coaching staff, I have a feeling, is going to be working a lot on this. We've seen this penalty several times, and I'm thinking that they're going to be fixing that in practice next week.
Looks like the Owls haven't changed much. Looks like they're going to bring the house again.
That may have worked in the Eagles' favor because the Owls were about to get a block kick in the end zone right there. They do get pressure. The kick does come away.
Good
Octavian
pressure.
Reyes is going to try to field it. The question is whether he touched it or not, of course. And he did not. So Owls have... This is fantastic field position is what it is.
Great job by the Owl defense, top to bottom there, maintaining their composure, keeping the Eagles pinned down in their own territory, giving the Owl offense a good start here with 1 minute, 58 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. We're going to stay here. It looks like the Owls are coming out on the field. Exciting game here at Old Lakeview Stadium. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Glasscock Chevrolet. Glasscock Chevrolet, we appreciate so much them enabling this broadcast.
Yes, indeed. Dodd at that H-back position. Alex Xavier Reyes is behind Kason Brown. And the Owls back to this ground power game with Reyes off the right side. Big hole, and then he gets to run over people, which looks like his favorite thing to do.
Owls have just turned into a power team. Just a quick morphing into a totally different offense, and are just pounding the ball.
And that first down run where you're expecting we'll get 3, 4, 5 yards, that's a first down run that turns into another first down. Reyes getting a full 10, 11 yards on that carry. This formation seems to be working. The options for which hole to run behind. Look at that. Alex Xavier Reyes' vision has become really good. He sees, he's more patient than he used to be, and then when he sees what he wants to see, he gets in there quickly. There's a late flag that's coming in here for something that's happening at the end of the play, and this could go either way.
Not sure what the call is here. We're about to find out.
But we can't hear it down there. We can barely see it. But
I really wish we could mic up the officials. This would
that'd be
fun.
fantastic.
Yeah, it would be.
and then we could find out what they're ordering.
That's what I was saying. We could see where the good places to eat are out here.
It's probably just Little Caesars.
Probably.
Unsportsmanlike conduct goes against the Eagles, which, now this is interesting because it was going to be 2nd and about 3. That foul will carry with it I call it a foul, infraction, whatever you call it. That penalty is half the distance to the goal and automatic first down. So the Owls need to take advantage of this 1st and goal situation as they're down to the 4-yard line due to an unsportsmanlike call against TLCA.
I'd anticipate the power game continuing, and it looks like that's going to be the set.
I'd name the receivers for you here, but I think all you're going to need to know is this. Reyes is wanting to get the ball, and this time the false start's going to go against the Owls. So they got a little jumpy there.
That'll draw the ire of the coaches. Moves it back a little bit. Owls still in the red zone.
Still 1st and goal, but now it's from out here at the 8.5, 9-yard line instead of a 3 or 4. So I know the Owls are looking over there for the play, but I'm guessing the play call doesn't change a whole lot in that situation. Might be a different color of the same play,
The
right?
gait of the lineman and H-back tend to tell me that they're going
Glass
to
pulls, Reyes runs behind him all the way to the end zone.
Reagan County. Great execution, great blocking, power game, Reagan County.
Can you replay that for us, Stephen?
I
If you can, do it.
I wish I could.
I'll tell people to go back and look. You watch Justin Glass pull from that right guard position, come across the line, and Reyes follows him, and there is so much room for Reyes to run through. I'm not sure that he got touched. As much as he likes to run over people, I don't think he had to run over anybody. They cleared a
You
big
could
old
see
hole
Alex
for him.
Xavier looking for someone
He
to run
wants
over,
to hit
and he
someone.
just got to the end
There's
zone.
nobody left. Those guys cleared everybody out for him.
Nice work, Reagan County.
Avalos, there's the pretty kick once again.
There it
Up
is.
and true. And that'll give the Owls 20. I'm looking for the scoreboard to change to 27. Here it goes. So 33 seconds. That took, those two drives basically took all of the third quarter. We're going to take a break between quarters, and we'll be right back. I said between quarters.
And we're back, Reagan County fans. Third quarter, let me put my glasses on. About 33 seconds left. Reagan County with a great defensive stand, a very composed, powerful drive to take control of this game late in the third quarter, Scott.
I'm glad you mentioned it that way because the defense had the opponent so far pinned back that was the key to starting that drive. This is a fair catch called for, but dropped. You don't see that very often. We're gonna have a meeting of the officials here.
So if you drop the fair catch, what's the rule?
We are about to find out because, Stephen, I'm glad that this happened in a game I was not officiating so I could see what you're supposed to do.
There you go.
So he called for fair catch, which was a clear signal, and then the ball came out. He flubbed the catch and picked it up immediately.
The placement of the ball indicates to me that this is a little different.
Yes, so he gets this at the 10-yard line instead of out at the 25.
Uh-huh.
And I do get it now, and I'll explain here in a sec. Can I explain after this play?
You may.
So the two quarterbacks back in the backfield again for the Eagles. One hands off to the other, and the Owls swarm. So I know this much. When you call for a fair catch, you cannot advance it. So the new rule about the ball coming out to the 25 apparently requires you to field the fair catch cleanly in order to get that ball out to the 25-yard line.
But if you call the fair catch and bobble it, or if he would have dropped it and I would have jumped on
As soon
it.
as he drops it,
Is it dead?
it is a live ball. If he drops it, it's a live ball. Now, he picked it up himself.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout. Well, looks like we're switching quarters, Scott. Owls with a 27-14 lead here in San Angelo, Texas, and we'll be back. And we're back out, fans, to start the fourth quarter. Owls up 27-14. Looks like it's 2nd down and 10 with the Eagles pinned back deep in their own territory. Eagles taking the field to start the fourth quarter. Probably got their plan ready to go, but they're going to gather up and determine what they're going to do. They're going to make a plan. They made a plan. Now they're coming to the line.
Here we go. Oviedo splits way out to the left side. This is Flores, who's matched up against him on this side now. And Lane looks to the other side. A little bit of a wide receiver screen, read perfectly by Eduardo Encinas.
Good job by Encinas. That was read perfectly, Scott. And that brings up 3rd and long for the Eagles.
He closed very quickly, but for Eduardo, the read is what makes him look so fast. He knows where he's going, and he gets there quickly because he started up there long before he needed to get there. 11:35 and counting, so 3rd and very long, 11 yards for the first down. Shouldn't say very long. 3rd and 11 is not that uncommon. Sykes checking into the game, bringing the play in with him. Sykes and Oviedo, 2 of the Eagles playmakers, are split out to the left here. This is Lane out of the snap, looking underneath. A little bit of a drag, tight end drag route across the middle, and Fraga is making the right plays every time we see him.
Scotty is, and that was great coverage and a great play, and that's a hard, very difficult play to cover with that drag route. And Fraga was right there and did a great job holding the Eagles out of a first down. And we're going to take a quick break.
Did I call that right?
Two, one.
We are back to fourth quarter action. 10:44 remains in this ball game. The Owls have a 27-14 lead, and the Eagles are in punt formation. This is Sterling Harding standing on his own end zone, and Octavian Reyes out at the 40-yard line to return. Owls put good pressure on. Punt is very high. Owls need to clear the space out here, and Octavian needs to let this go and just stand away from it. And Owls will get good position. Eagles actually fortunate that took a really, really nice bounce for them to push out to the 38-yard line. But that's great field position, obviously, for the Owls. When he first punted that, I thought it was going to bounce on the 15 and stick like a 9-iron.
Owls defense holds yet again. 10:26 left in the fourth quarter. Owls in control of this game right now. Owls come back out in this power set.
Indeed, the handoff is to Reyes off the left side. Picks up 3, maybe 4. Brought down, I believe, by Jackson Fudge.
Owls are just eating up the yards, bullying their way down the field.
Well, and the clock continues to roll. It's down to 10 minutes now. One of the big advantages when you've got a lead of this power running game is you can burn a lot of clock in one drive. Reyes again up the middle, and he got a big hole again. He's still on his feet. Is he going to get dragged down? Yes, finally at about the 6. See the size of that hole? Man.
That was a good eyes by Reyes, and the Owls' power game looks to be taking its toll on The Eagles.
The other thing that Alex Xavier Reyes is doing really well right now is he comes through there protecting the ball really well. He's got one arm over the top, one arm underneath, and he is determined that he's going to hang on to that football, which is really important, obviously, in a game where you're within 2 scores. There's a timeout on the field. Timeout is called by TLCA. We will take a timeout as well.
And we're back, Owl fans. First and goal, Owls up 27-14. Owls relying on this power game. A couple drives in a row here.
And Cenas with the carry this time off the left side finds a little bit of space, and there it is again. Put your arms up, sir. That is another 6 points on the ground game with the big guys leading the way, and Cenas punching it right through into the end zone.
Great job by Encinas and the guys up front blocking. This game has quickly transitioned into a power game, and the Owls have taken control 33-14.
It's a little bit of a huddle up here. Usually the Owls are in are in PAT formation to kick this, and this time in 2-point conversion formation. And because the power game's been working so well, there's going to be a holding call here. So I don't think it matters whether Encinas got in or not. I think it was going to come back. And all the Eagles have to do is decline this penalty, and that'll be a no good on the conversion. So 33-14 is where we stand. There is a 9:19 mark left in this ball game. We'll have a little timeout on the field, and we'll be back in a minute. Fourth quarter action, 9:19 remaining. AJ Avalos teeing up for the kickoff, which he's done extremely well tonight, Stephen.
He has, Scott. He's just a great weapon for the Owls. Another great kick, just perfectly placed.
Kicks it deep. Oviedo wants it to go out of bounds, and just at the 1 yard line, it trickles over the sideline.
It's kind of like my golf shot. It's just close. So close.
So close, and yet
this young man's doing it with a football in his leg. I couldn't get that close to the end zone if I tried.
So It looked to me like Oviedo willed that ball out of bounds. Does that happen to your golf shot too? Does somebody stand over it and try to?
No. Most people are ducking and screaming and asking what's wrong with me.
Oh, I see.
So
well, that's a whole different situation.
It is. It's a different afternoon.
Now, interestingly, yeah, I believe this is correct. They should be spotting this at the 30-yard line again, right? Now, the coach does have the option to make the Owls back up 5 yards and re-kick this. The coach of the Eagles, of course, since the penalty is for kicking the ball out of bounds, they can choose whether they would take the ball here on the 30 or they back up the Owls and make them kick it again.
No backs. Looks like we got just an H-back set. No backs in the backfield. Looks like they're going to air it out, Scott.
And not yet, they're not.
Okay, that was a false start.
You saw that one?
I did.
By the way, from a player who's used to being in the backfield and seeing things from there instead of lined up in the slot.
And by the way, number one has just played a great game for TLCA
Oh, my
tonight.
goodness.
So,
no question. Lane is back to pass, looking for that out route again. Looking for Harding.
pass falls incomplete. Nice coverage by Jarrett Brown there. Owls have been in the backfield all night. Norton that time, Dodd. And that takes an effect. I mean, you've got these guys bearing down on you. It makes a difference. Eagles with 2nd and 10 now, 9:13 left. Wasn't it just 9:13?
Time warp.
Matrix, so all right.
Down the middle this time, still looking for the playmaker Sterling Harding. Once again covered by Jarrett Brown.
All right, we've moved to a new scene in the Matrix. It's now 9:10 remaining in the
9:10. I guess that play took, well, that play probably did take 3 seconds.
Yeah.
3 linear seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So the Eagles are in something of a desperate mode. It looks like they're running these plays, trying to get chunks of yardage. So basically, Owls on defense at this point, all your defensive backs, your big instruction is don't let anybody get behind you. Octavian Reyes, the one with the best chance to come in with that ball, he read it out of the quarterback's hand and made a good play on it. 4th and long.
Let's see what the Eagles choose to do here. Looks like they're going to punt. Well, 4th and long, 9 minutes left in the 4th. Looks like they've made the decision to
Yeah, at 4th and 15.
peacefully exchange possession.
Transition of power kind of thing?
Yes, yes.
I'm following you.
It looks like the Owls are, they're coming.
Sure are. Dodd straight up the middle. Oh, they nearly got
Matt
a
almost
block.
got that.
Reyes
Nice
falls
play.
on his own miss and covered immediately by Jacob Patterson.
Advocates a little bit for the very enthusiastic touch.
That was interesting in the backfield with the punter there because Dylan Dodd pushed his guy almost into the punter as the punt was getting released. He almost got a block by proxy.
That'd be kind of fun.
So Owls at the Eagles' 44-yard line. I think we know what to expect at this point from the Owls offense.
By the way, when I played, I was usually the proxy.
You were the proxy?
Yeah.
Is that an actual position name?
For me, it was. All right, looks like we got 2 backs in the backfield again.
Dodd this time the carry around the corner. Flag is going to come in the offensive backfield. Almost certainly it's going to be holding.
And we'll take a break. Back to the action, Owls. It looks like there was a flag on the play.
There certainly was. There was holding against the Owls offense, which pushes them back 10 yards into a 1st and 20 situation. Reyes off the left side follows Dodd into a big hole, picks up 10 yards on 1st down.
Nice gain by Reagan County, and we're going to take a quick break.
.8:24 remaining in what seems like the longest fourth quarter. Seems like this time warp thing is real.
It is. Tell you, it's time soup. You just
And now, inexplicably, the clock is running. I shouldn't say inexplicably. They started the clock on purpose because that's after a running play. So here we go. Owls up to the line. 2-back set. Dodd up the middle this time.
powers his
Hitting
way.
people, losing a helmet.
Flicks the ball to the right. Looks like he's fine. And
3rd down and 5. That's a good, tough 6 yards from Dodd.
yeah, that's one way to do it.
Man. Owls have more than one back who plays for the contact.
Third and 6, 7:35 left in the fourth quarter, I think. You know,
It's the clock is moving. That's the key factor in this particular soup. Owls look over to the sideline to change the play. You might as well let the play clock get down. It's at 14 right now and counting, so there's no sense in being in a hurry when you've got this 3-score lead. Brown looking to throw. He's got a receiver open and just overthrows Dylan Odom, who had a step on his man. You see who's closing in on that is the safety, Oviedo.
young man has played a whale of a game tonight. Oviedo's been everywhere.
He sure has. So the clock stops with an incomplete pass at 7:03. And timeout on the field. Timeout is called by Reagan
We're going to
County.
pause this really long fourth quarter. We'll be back.
See if we can make it a little longer.
And we're back, Owl fans, to this fourth quarter. Owls up 33-14. Thank you for everyone who pointed out the score was wrong. I got too enthralled in the game and forgot to change that.
Hey, it's a multitasking thing. They had the scoreboard right over here at Lakeview Stadium. Brown actually with a little bit of a rollout. Dodd in and out of the hands, and he'll tell you himself after this game, boy, I should have had that. Would have picked up first down yardage.
He should have had that.
A fourth down conversion. Should have been there and wasn't this time. I bet you he catches the next one.
He probably will. That's all. He'll get mad about that.
Well, he shouldn't let that one bother him too much because that boy has played a brilliant ball game tonight. It's a lot of those holes that are getting opened up directly responsibility of him and his friends up there in the front line. And now he gets to try to go get the quarterback. Running play this time. Looks like Sykes is going to take some snaps here. And 6:40 and counting. So the Eagles appear to be content to just let the clock run as well. So, Stephen, is it time yet for us to look ahead to next weekend?
It's getting about that time, Scott.
Sykes off of right tackle, but doesn't quite make it back to the line. All the Owls are there. Ball comes out late. Dylan Odom would like to think he recovered a fumble there, but the runner is called down before the ball comes out. Owls are traveling next Friday, varsity Owl game in Forsan, Texas. Forsan, if you maybe you're geographically challenged, up near Big Spring. Owls defense not fooled by the misdirection. Fraga in on the tackle again. I like calling Fraga's name.
Yeah, he's had a good game too, Scott. Yeah, the Forsan Buffaloes, I haven't seen their score tonight. They played McCamey. Probably was a tough matchup. One of the better games of the year last year, Forsan McCamey, overtime game. But they may come in undefeated in state ranks, so should be exciting.
Forsan is having an excellent season, not just for Forsan, but they're having an excellent season.
Yes.
We're going to check the spot on this. If it's where the line judge says it on the side, it's going to be Owls ball taking over on downs. Yeah, I believe that's the case. So first down for the Owls.
We're down to 5 minutes, 17 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
So hopefully the 5:17 rolls off faster than the first 7 minutes of this quarter did.
I'm going to shave. Hold on.
So in theory, we will be in Forsan next Friday night to bring you the ball game from Forsan, and of course, you know, as always, we're not quite sure what our setup's going to be until we get there. But thus far, J.L. Mankin, and when you see him, just tell him thank you for making sure that this happens. This he works really hard at it, and he makes sure that we get the best opportunity we can to get something set up for you all to be able to watch from home. And our plan at this point, of course, is next week at this time we'll be in Forsan, and we'll be bringing you a ball game between the Reagan County Owls and the Forsan Buffaloes. Not the only Buffaloes on the Owl schedule.
No, we've got the Stanton Buffaloes, the Forsan Buffaloes. Have you had buffalo meat before?
I have.
It's pretty tasty.
I think so. Reyes up the middle, running people over. Finally tackled by Harding.
Owls up front just doing a whale of a job.
Clock rolls at 4:26 and counting.
Yeah,
now, Stephen, sometimes after the game, we have been set up to do an interview with Coach Brown, and tonight we're not going to be able to do that. We just wanted to give you a heads up that that's not going to happen tonight. I'll tell you about this penalty here. This penalty is thrown by the the official who's in the umpire position.
It's kind of an exacerbated throw. Just like, I'm going to have to do this. So
I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. I think since he was surrounded basically by Eagles, I think somebody said something they ought not to have said.
yeah, and I've thrown that flag in my own house. I've got 3. This exacerbated, really.
Yeah.
Yes. We do that in our house.
Personal foul is called against the Eagles. They run. I was going to say they marked that off kind of funny. They should be marking half the distance, which will put them at the 12.5-yard line or so. But stops the clock in our time warp.
Yeah, we're down to 4 minutes.
4:11 now. They're rolling the clock. Here we go. So the Owls have another first down, and of course, what we're expecting is, well, exactly this: Reyes to get the ball, and Reyes to be hard to tackle, and Reyes to still be on his feet and get inside the 10-yard line. This is how you close out a ball game.
This is, Scott. Again, I've said it a couple times on this broadcast, but just the transition of the Owl offense so quickly from an air raid attack to an instant power is a testament to these young men and how hard they've been working and the coaching they're getting.
And the discipline that they play with. This is, in many ways, the Reagan County version of power football is an assignment-based thing, right? Some teams will run power and you just line up and hit the guy across from you. And the way Reagan County runs power, everybody's got a guy they have to block. And if you block your guy and you block your guy, then we're going to have success. And everybody's doing their job tonight, and you can see it, how it plays out.
And this has been a tough physical game.
It sure has. Very physical in the trenches. Reyes again, and he's going to find the end zone one more time against a worn-down TLCA team.
And this transition, you could just see it happen on the field when we went to this power game and then just started wearing them down. So
kudos to the Owls offense tonight. But talk about the defense a little bit, Stephen.
Well, the defense made what I saw tonight was critical stops. Rising to the occasion, making the critical stops at what I saw were, could be momentum changing times. And there is AJ Avalos kicking it well into the street.
PAT in the street. Critical stops, I agree with that. And talk a little bit about special teams, because special teams play tonight really made a big difference in this ballgame.
It really did. So, again, attributing to these young men and what they're doing in practice, what they're learning, what our coaches are showing them, and are dedicated to all the little things. We had a critical play when the game was getting tight. Guerrero made a great punt, and we had, I believe it was Fraga, or it was Alex Xavier. I think it was Alex Xavier Reyes. He's had a whale of a game. Get down there and have the wherewithal not to cross the goal line and really trap the Eagles down deep in their territory. When you flip a field like that, it's really hard to unflip it. It takes a drive or two, and the Owls eventually were able to capitalize on that. We've seen a couple of plays where that type of heads-up play has been made. We had a kickoff where that was not fielded, and the Owls, because of what they knew, were able to get on the kickoff and again take advantage of that break
and get a first and goal situation.
Critical special team plays at critical times. So the Owls are playing disciplined football. Back to the defense, there were several opportunities for them to have jumped off sides that they didn't. And so you've seen a real lot of growth from this Owl team already this season.
Avalos kicks it deep once again, this time a little more in the middle of the field. Ball does hit the ground. I thought I saw a fair catch called in here. Indeed, here come the whistles. Oviedo did call for a fair catch, didn't field it cleanly, so they'll mark it where he first touched it. 2:32. We promise that this game has an end coming.
We think.
I shouldn't promise that.
I wouldn't.
The
Not
time
this
warp
game.
thing.
Not this game. So let's see who's been watching the game. We've got Joe Armstrong, Pat Bittner, Neil Hallmark, Jeff Schmidtke, Letty Hernandez, Janine Tarvin, Lauren Downey. We appreciate y'all logging in and your support for Reagan County.
Right up the middle, Owls happy to gang tackle. Clock rolls.
2:20 left in the fourth quarter.
I got a question, Steven.
Yes.
Roswell, New Mexico. Do you suppose they have these time warp games all the time in Roswell?
I would. I've been to Roswell, so I was,
Did it feel weird at all?
Yeah. The mothership finally let me go, and I just
Owls pushing the running backs back.
Yeah, this fourth
again.
quarter has kind of had this Area 51 feel. Of just
It's true.
kind of odd.
Clock is running at
Bermuda
1:34.
Triangle. Don't know what's going to happen.
3rd down and 4 as the clock mercifully continues to run. So good show for the Owls tonight. They should be proud of what they did here on the field, especially in the second half.
Yes, and they fought back. I mean, TLCA, it's their homecoming. They came out playing well. A lot of momentum to fight against, and that sometimes is an extremely difficult battle. And they did.
Good hard run up the middle. That'll move the chains.
That'll probably do it.
Looks like the Eagles will have to snap the ball 1 or 2 more times. Owls looking to get the roster back to nearly full strength for Forsan next Friday. If they time this right, then they'll only have to snap the ball 1 time here.
Yeah.
And we'll, sorry.
It's assuming time is right,
the
right?
Roswell effect.
Yeah.
So shout out to this Owls team for an excellent performance tonight in so many aspects of the game. There's the final kneel down, and the clock is going to run itself out here eventually. Steven, Forsan next week.
Going to be a great test for a now 3-1 Reagan County team. Hope to be full strength and ready to play. Coach Brown and his staff will have the Owls ready for the Buffaloes, and it's a short trip down toward Big Spring for everyone that can make it. We'd love to see you in the stands. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to Glasscock Chevrolet for making this possible. The Big Lake Wildcat JL Macon, just always awesome. Game's over. Owls win 40-14. Next week, Forsan Buffaloes. We look forward to seeing you there.